And then there's some like, I don't know, I like to call them like reaction busters, or I don't know, we can call them whatever we want, but there's certain things that we can do that almost always help bring the love, right? So if you're at least regulated and observing and you're noticing and you're aware, and your child is doing your child thing, and maybe you don't have a lot of access, or there's something that's happened that's queued up that has everybody kind of on edge or a bit at each other. There's a couple of ways you can play with yourself and your child that can be an automatic interruption. And that like is playfulness. Like you bring in playfulness, bring in playfulness, bring in playfulness anytime, any day, and you will watch the environment transform to something so much more
because lovely. Now it's not laying blame. Now it's not anything. It's just saying this is where we're at, and I can interrupt that habit loop or interrupt that natural like cycle that keeps happening. Now by interrupting it and being funny or having play, now that typical reaction isn't going to happen, because it's not the you didn't have the typical reaction.
So there I am, if I'm frustrated and it's like all this noise is happening and I'm like going to overwhelm, I first do need that understanding and awareness that I'm in a reaction, right? And maybe I can't quite regulate myself quite yet, or maybe I can, but one thing I can do is I could bring playful in that moment. And in that moment I could be like, this mama is having a crazy meltdown over here.
And then they look and they say, what?
No, even that. Or it's like, wow, it is so loud in here. How can we, you know, like it just interrupts it in any way. So you just kind of get a little like, let your crazy out a little, like you're playful, you're
super frustrated. The kids have come in, dumped all their stuff on the floor. There's like after school, and rather than being like, pick up your socks, throw your shoes away. Oh man, your backpack and clothes threw themselves on the floor again. Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to that backpack. It's supposed to be on its hanger. Naughty backpack. And then the kids are like, what are you getting mad at my backpack for? And then they come and pick it up. I've drawn attention to it in a fun way, where I didn't ask them to do anything. I just made an observation in a fun way.
And that's the thing, is like being observational and playful. And that is such a great interruption to the not love. Playful is immediate access to the love.
It is for everyone, right? When you can when you can make it funny, and you can make a funny voice, and you can do like that, already elevates your like level of calmness and funness. You're like, okay, I'm choosing in this moment to make this a fun moment, or an enjoyable moment, rather than a frustrated moment. Like we've actively made that choice in that moment. And you're right, it does take a certain amount of awareness on our part, but we can still, like you say, choose this when we're frustrated and we're upset.
You don't have to be fully regulated to choose playful. And you also don't have to be fully regulated to choose curious too. That's another spot. Curiosity. Just like, I wonder what would help around here. Like, I hear you upset. I hear this is too much for you. I hear this is too much for me. What can we do about this?
Yeah.
You know, like even just the curiosity, the questioning, I see you in a certain way, and what would make a difference, right? Like
the kids come in, you're like, oh, I wonder what happened today. You're not your normal bubbly self today. And just leaving that space. They may want to talk about it, they may not.
Yeah.
But at least I've lived in that, like, one, I care, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Two, I'm here if you need me when you're ready. And left it at